What's going on, everybody? We're live at the Distribution Bar on a Tuesday, every Tuesday. Shout out to Lauren behind the bar. Shout out to Chris for letting this be our home every single week.
Yeah.
I'm one of your co-hosts, Howard Moreno.
I'm your other co-host, Jarrett, Florea.
And we are
Toadally Croakin.
So this week, our topic that we got to start with was about camping.
Camping from
Who
Zach
gave us this
Vandergriff,
one?
I
Zach
believe.
Vandergriff,
Wait,
okay.
no. Jordan Mack.
Okay.
Jordan Mack, yes.
Not the person you would expect to give us that.
Yeah, I think he was the mindset because we had picnics, and so I think it kind of was a natural flow. Picnics, camping.
Makes sense.
Well, we will get marshmallows from our guest
S'mores.
today. We'll just keep going down that same train of thought.
I'm just going to start writing about s'mores just in case.
Just in case, in your head, middle of the podcast, and we think it's s'mores the whole time.
That's the way we get ahead of our jokes. Is we just start writing what we think.
We really put into our guest's mind what we want the next topic to be. I'm like, damn, s'mores are real nice. Oh, fucking marshmallows. You ever seen the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
Oh, man. All right, so I'm doing mine first, right?
Yeah, your camping joke first.
All right, so camping doesn't feel like it's as popular as it used to be. I think it's a lost art of team building skills. You know, now people pay to go to, panic rooms or whatever the fuck they're called, to pay money to get challenged. You know, as a kid, all I needed was a tent and my dad's voice for me to immediately feel like I'm mentally challenged. When I'm trying to help my dad pitch a tent, you know, we used to camp. Obviously, I didn't have my own tent. You know, I don't know what kind of money y'all came from, but we didn't have separate tents, so obviously had to sleep with my dad. And you know, that's fine until you see your dad's dick at 6 in the morning when he's getting ready to go cook in the morning. You know, I wasn't ready to see sunny side up with breakfast sausage as soon as I woke up. That's my camping joke.
Man, I don't like camping. I don't like camping. It's a lot of pressure because, like, I always grew up with the Smokey the Bear ads were super popular. I feel like now you don't see it nearly as often, but it's been instilled in my head like only I can prevent forest fires, and that's a lot of pressure. I mean, last time I went camping, it's all I could think about the whole time was just like, don't let the trees catch on fire, don't start a forest fire, don't let the forest fire happen. It's all up to me. It made me understand why some fathers abandon their children. There's just a lot of pressure. It's just easier not to be there. Let it be someone else's problem, right? Hell yeah, camping. Give me the music, Albert. Hell yeah, Albert. It's Tuesday, man. Unfortunately, nothing eventful has happened within the past couple of days for us to talk about. We have just nothing to speak about. How are you doing, Albert?
I'm doing good, man. It's so funny that whenever we started this podcast, it had just happened not too long ago, and we've talked about it so long, and now it finally happened.
Yes, finally, after 3 whole months of waiting, the Kill Tony episode featuring Albert Moreno, Steven Taco, and Trenton Tebow has just dropped as of yesterday for us.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I wasn't there to watch it live with you. Me and Maddie were watching it, and I was very excited. How was it getting to watch it live with all the homies?
Yeah, like not everybody knows that we had like a watching party at our house, and it was a lot of fun. It kind of made it feel like a whole experience again, especially like during the interview parts, like hearing everyone in the room laugh at the same stuff as like what's going on.
Yeah,
we all had really good moments. It felt like in the actual show, it felt like our interviews were so fast, but watching it back now, it wasn't as quick as it felt like.
Yeah, no, Steven's, I think his entire time being on stage was about like 12 minutes or so. Like, he had a long time. I haven't screen recorded Trenton's yet, so I don't know how long his was.
I'm pretty sure Taco did get the longest interview. Yeah. Obviously, with going to prison.
Well, it helped that, like, so Tony was giving his last, like, okay, just last chance for you to say something interesting, and then Taco, that's when he dropped that he just got out of prison. So then that extended, I was like, okay, well, now we're going to delve into this.
Yeah.
Watching it back, was there anything that you were like, man, I really wish I would have said something or done something differently?
No, so like the stuff talking about my church was obviously awkward, but I felt like it was important to talk about because it's unique to me and no one has my story.
Has anybody, a part of your church or your family, responded yet? I know it's only been like a day, so.
Not yet. Only my cousins that aren't in church anymore. They're younger. They know what Kill Tony is. It's not my aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
I see you on Kill Tony.
Oh, yeah. Well, Let's go ahead and get our first guest up here, just so we can get them in on the conversation. This guy, I think he's only our second repeat guest, our second reoccurring guest. He is the co-founder of Dead Froggy Productions, our very good friend, Nick Cano.
You set it up like that. The fucking mic to the stand. I went camping in a Japanese suicide forest, and I found out you don't hear a tree fall in those woods. You do hear it crying, and then you hear a gunshot from a pistol plant. That's a good joke. You guys suck.
I think it was a little too distracting. Your
Well, thanks for setting me up for failure by fucking super gluing it to the goddamn stand.
No. You know what sucks is that our next guest, he is the biggest hater of Dead Froggy Productions. This man has made it his mission to hate on everything Dead Froggy, everything we do, everything we say. And let's see if he has actually a better start with the mic stand than one of the founders of Dead Froggy. If that's the case, then we've just started ourselves off for the hate. Give it up for Chris Taylor.
Oh.
Hello, mic check. What'd you guys say, 10 minutes? 10-minute set? Guys, let's talk about camping. Actually, I forgot that I was supposed to write a camping joke. So I think I'll just talk about how I used to go to summer camp. Because it's summer and I used to go to camp. And I went to church camp, and then I used to go to diabetic summer camp. Diabetic summer camp, because I've been type 1 diabetic for 36 years, which you guys should clap for that, because I'm still alive. That's So anyways, at church camp when I was 16, I fingered this 14-year-old girl in one of the... Yeah, but that sounds illegal to even talk about it at this point. Like, am I allowed to talk about how disgusting 14-year-old summer camp pussy is a week into summer camp, dude? I don't know what the shower situation was like, but it was pretty nasty. So camping, am I right? Wow.
Chris, I don't know if the statute of limitations are up on that. I don't know if you can talk about 14-year-old pussy right now, dude. That's insane.
I was 16. It's okay.
I don't know the
Top
laws.
10 on a watch list.
It sounds weird, though, dude.
Yeah, on a watch list for being a pimp.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's definitely what that means.
I think we're gonna get a lot of lost in the Kill Tony stuff, and so I want to hold off before we jump into that, because I do have one other thing I wanted to talk about. Oliver Tree just passed away, which is crazy. Chris, did you do any research since finding out who Oliver Tree is?
Well, actually, as soon as I found out that Oliver Tree died, I Googled who the fuck is Oliver Tree, and I've actually been listening to his music for the last 2 days.
Yeah,
and was listening to it on the way here, and I was like, "Damn, he was talented."
Have you watched his music videos with his that's what really attracted me to him, was just not his music, but his music videos, which then made me enjoy the music a little bit more. But he's just super unique in all aspects of his art, and it's definitely someone I would have loved to have meet.
I guess life doesn't go on and on and on.
Shut the fuck up! Everyone's doing it. It's hacky.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that he said it as soon as it happened. He did say that, and I'm sure it will be very hacky from here on out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, after I said it will be hockey. Yeah.
It is awful that he died in a helicopter crash. Like, rest in pieces.
Wasn't even like he didn't have any NBA rings either. I don't know why he died in a helicopter crash.
Well, what I was thinking, it made me think of, because Oliver Tree is a character, he's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
And it just made me think, like, if I was in that situation, like, with someone like that who is such a funny character, like, if they would just lock in and be like, I'm just going to try to make these guys laugh.
Is this part of one of the music videos?
I know. It's like, if you know Oliver Tree really well, like, what are they, like, are they just like, is this a bit?
Yeah.
Like,
is this an Oliver Tree bit?
What I'm trying to say is that, like, let's say you're on an airplane or in a helicopter with, like, Jim Carrey, or let's say you are now a famous comedian. You're known for being funny. Like, the pressure to lock in and be like, well, everyone's gonna die here. Let me see if I can get everyone to laugh. At least, if I can get everyone to laugh in this situation.
on the way down.
Yeah.
And that brings a whole
like I
new
just imagine like
definition to
Oliver
killing
Tree
it.
being like realizing like, oh, we're gonna fucking die. Okay, let me lock in. Let me switch into character mode and like try to get my homies to
Right.
laugh like before we crash.
I can see
into the
that.
ground. That's what I'm trying to think if I could do that. Or what would you do? Like let's say you're in a helicopter crash. You're on the way down. What are you gonna try to do to make everyone laugh before your inevitable death?
That's a great question.
I'm gonna pull my dick out.
I know, right?
I'm definitely pulling my dick out, dude, right before we crash.
I'm gonna show everybody Ashley Ann's set so they can cry harder.
Oh God, no! Don't do. I don't want to.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get into the Kill Tony later, but you mentioned Albert and Taco and Trent were on the show. You forgot to mention that Ashley's tits were also on the show.
That was probably the best set of the night.
You left that part out. Now that is hacky, dude. We're not gonna let you get away with that one.
Is it hacky or is it the truth, brother?
I don't know. I think I would try to. I think the funniest thing to do in that situation is to play it off like you're not about to die. Like you're barreling down to the earth like at hundreds of feet in the air, and you're just like, so you want to get like Wingstop later or something? I guess that's the only thing I could think of would be like the most funny thing to hopefully make someone laugh.
Was
in
that
situation.
video real? There was that video circulating that showed the crash.
So there was a couple videos circulating. There was one that showed the actual two helicopters hitting, which was a different incident of helicopters colliding.
Fake news.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking now, and like I would do like some Three Stooges shit, like a Wet Willie and a honk honk.
I thought you were gonna say some 3-6 Mafia
Like,
shit.
what the hell is wrong with you? That's like the last thing they think.
Just give a titty twister.
Like, imagine like you commit to that, and like they still have the footage to show everyone later. Like,
that's
kind of hilarious. Hear me out, but like just watch the full video.
So what I was thinking immediately after I had this thought of like trying to make people laugh is, do helicopters also have black boxes like airplanes do? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Where it
I'm
has
sure
the
they
final...
have. They got to have something similar.
Yeah.
I'm
so
sure.
Panic room.
That would be. I feel like that would be kind of like I don't know. They release the black box footage and it's like.
Have you guys seen
That's
the
how
movie?
Mexican clowns
The movie
sound.
Almost Famous,
No.
Yes.
which is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's like came out what, 2000.
Sounds
It's a masterpiece, and it's based on a true story of. Is it Cameron Crowe? That is the director.
Think so.
But he was writing for Rolling Stone when he was like 15, 16 years old back in the 70s, and his story's crazy. So it's about that time in his life. But anyways, they're on a plane in that movie, and they're starting to go down, and people start confessing. And like people are saying some crazy shit like, I cheated on you last summer, and it's going back and forth. And then right at the very end, like it's all building up, and the guy goes, fuck it, I'm gay. And then immediately the plane catches it. You know what I mean?
It's like that Gillian Keefe sketch where everybody just calls whoever they hate and they're just like, fuck you, where the plane's crashing.
Yeah.
It just made me think immediately, like, what if that was all a prank? Like, this dude's on Punk'd, like, it just starts with, you've just been on Punk'd.
It's promotion, like he's going to come out with the next album called, like, Back from the Dead or something crazy. You know?
Watch Almost Famous. If you haven't seen it,
Almost Famous.
fucking watch it, dude. It's an incredible movie.
Chris was like 25 when that movie came out.
You said it came out in 2000?
Yeah.
What part of 2000? Because I might have not been alive yet.
Dude, it's so because your birthday was recently, and it kind of blew my fucking mind that you were born in 2000.
Yeah.
Like,
Holy
what
shit.
the fuck?
Yeah.
The fact that
You were born in 2000?
Yep, May 23rd, 2000.
that sounds so weird to
What
say.
the fuck?
Gay.
See what I mean?
Wow. Nice.
See,
Got
Nick's,
that.
Nick's old enough at least to feel like that sounds crazy.
Years old.
Yeah, you
you're
guys are a
old.
bunch of old fogies.
I know. How do I look younger than Nick? That's crazy.
All
That
right,
is
man.
pretty insane. But you look younger than George Brown, which is
Okay.
If you don't know George Brown, he's 19.
He looks like he has 19
Too old for me.
chromosomes. Yeah.
What's up?
He looks like he has 19 chromosomes. Nice.
He's going to be our guest soon, and then you'll get that joke. That'll be really nice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember that joke, and then when George Brown comes on, that's going to hit even harder.
That's a retard joke.
Yes, it is.
I
Wait.
would never say it, but
Chris, you said you pull your penis out. That would be pretty. That would just make everyone sad. They'd be like, "Come on, man!" We're crashing, and they're not going to see Chris's
Could
dick
have
before
shown
I
us
die.
a big one, dude. Nice.
Chris doesn't like that.
All right, Chris, don't get fucking sad about it. Dude. It makes
confused,
it weird.
But yeah, no, it's yeah, like you said at the very beginning, we've been talking about, because I think we started our first episode like we had been planning to do the podcast, and I think we didn't officially start our first episode until like a week into, maybe like right after the first episode we recorded.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't remember if the first episode y'all had already been on or not, but I mean, second episode was after you guys went on.
Yeah,
and we've been waiting for
That's
it.
right.
Second episode was supposed to be the week that we thought it was released. So I think ever since the very beginning, you had already been on Kill Tony.
That's why we had on waiting. Steven and Trenton.
Yep, and so it's been. This is episode I think 11.
Yeah,
and 11 episodes in of waiting for this Kill Tony episode to come out.
It was taped on March 28th,
yes,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct? So,
yep.
Damn, that's so crazy.
Today.
You know what? Are we getting into talking about it? Are we?
Yeah, June 16th. So not quite 3 months.
Well,
but.
the Dedrick's set started off a little bit rough, and I don't know if you guys see the comments, but motherfuckers do not like Dedrick on
If you watch
Reddit.
even the loading, like waiting for the live stream to start, it's all just
Already?
like, I can't wait to wait 10 minutes so I can skip Dedrick's set at the beginning, or please
didn't
put
even do
Dedrick's
that
set at the
bad.
beginning so that,
He didn't
So, like,
do that bad at all.
People are serious, but I think it's a bit now to be like, I'll never, like, people try to do it. You can tell they're trying to do it.
They
and
do the William Montgomery thing.
William Montgomery. I'm never watching. I'm fast forwarding every episode. Tony.
That and Tony's special. Those were the two things while waiting for the stream to start that were just getting roasted.
So, just for a second, conspiracy theory, he ended up having a good set last night, but the first 30 seconds started off slow, and I was like, what if he bombs right now spectacular? And they were like, nah, we got to ride out Dedrick's fucking momentum. We can't put this episode out yet, and what if they just held on to it as long as possible before being like, fuck it. But then as soon as I thought that, he started getting some laughs and pulled it together and had another
killed
strong
at the
set.
end. I really liked that bit. That was probably one of my favorite sets I've seen of him because of the ending.
Yeah, he had a really good interview too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all I've seen has been like the consensus is, Dallas was a good crowd. Dallas was a good arena episode or theater episode or whatever you want to consider it. And so they're coming back at the end of the year. I'm hoping that just means we're going to start getting like yearly fucking opportunities.
I'm manifesting my fucking name on the next one.
Yeah.
That's so true, because once they got Madison Square Garden, they kept doing it. And if these go that well, they might keep doing it.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it keeps being really good. I mean, we keep showing up. And so hopefully we get another couple of the Fort Worth homies on the next one. And
man, we couldn't have got luckier with that Kill Tony, that there were so many people that didn't show up for Grand Prairie.
Yeah.
So there was maybe 100 signups.
Yeah, I would say less than. I think
It
there
was
wasn't even
low.
at least outside.
When Chris and I went to the Sugarland one, there was maybe 30 people outside.
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
how
but
fucking
it
empty
was.
it?
They said it was about almost 100 signups. So like both of them were very similar, where you're looking around and you're like, dude, where is everybody?
There was like what? It felt like 40 people in the lawn with us.
Now when we went to
like maybe I feel like it was 60 max.
Fair, yeah.
when we went to Houston though, it was almost all local Houston.
Yeah.
Besides me and him and Kerry Cooltrip went with us.
Yeah.
We didn't see anybody else from DFW.
Yeah.
We saw one dude from Austin that we know, but then like it was. So what was cool there is they reacted when names got called the same way that we did when y'all's names got called. You could tell all these people fuck with that dude that just got his name called.
Yeah.
And then they were celebrating when they came out. So it was a very similar vibe. Obviously our shit was way more lit, bro. Like we went hard on the taping day.
Oh yeah, I was nearly losing my voice after that night. I didn't even get on the show.
Pulled Cam last year, and how they said that they came up to us and told us nobody's ever screamed that loud like ever.
Oh, really? I forgot about that. Yeah, because we were stoked when he got pulled.
Trent dropped his fucking phone. We all like some of us dropped our drinks and shit. Yeah, that was fucking sick, man.
Yeah, good time. Yeah.
What are you? You're excited for the floods of people wanting you to be on shows now? Now that people can give you recognition that you deserve.
I mean, yeah, that's all I've been really hoping for out of the Kill Tony moment.
You should reach out to Secret Show, dude.
Yeah, fair enough. Dad and I was thinking about posting like DFW pages about just can I get booked on shows?
Yeah,
like they see.
Sure, yeah.
You know what's funny is being a comic long enough now that like to get the approval of Tony Hinchcliffe for the people in DFW that could have put me on shows by now.
It does feel rad, right? When he
it's like
says,
I skipped past
funny.
the local host that book shit and just like got approval from the highest in comedy, which is pretty fucking cool.
It is pretty rad to hear like the guy that judges open micers pretty heavily tell you you're funny to your face. It's like a big stamp of approval, yeah, man.
Yeah, very validating, absolutely. Like, it's hard to get that kind of validation in comedy other than Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Unless you're like one of those people that just learn how to get booked in the local scene without Kill Tony.
And it definitely does help a lot. Like, people will start reaching out and shit. Like, hey, I saw you on here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely since your Kill Tony came out, you've been...
It's pretty sick, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see, like, everybody else fucking... that deserves shit fucking get what they deserve. It's so rad, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, when I started... I had already knew that like Taco had been around for a while, and he was always super cool to me.
Yeah.
And whenever he got out of prison a couple months ago, like I had told him, like, you've been noticeably so much better lately. Like you've been killing it.
Yep.
And then sure enough, we did a preparation for Kill Tony the week before here, and we did a Kill Taco.
Yeah.
And I think it helped both of us for the actual Kill Tony that later that week. And it was really cool to like see both of us.
We'll definitely have to do that again before they come back at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And what the people don't know is that Taco almost got kicked out when we went.
Oh, yeah.
Because he jumped the fucking fence.
Yeah.
Remember? He almost wasn't even able to sign up. Mm-hmm. And that's so crazy, man. He got on and had like one of the longest sets ever, which is fucking so cool to watch.
Yeah, knowing that Taco had come from all that and like being in and out of prison, getting his shit together, it was so cool to see him have his moment too.
Oh, yeah.
Full circle, man.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. It was fucking.
It was like Trenton. Tony had made a couple references to Mineral Wells by the time that he got to Trenton. And, like I was waiting for him to acknowledge that we were both from Mineral Wells. Like maybe he was going to bring it up. Like y'all know each other, but he didn't.
So I thought he was going to do it
like,
too.
Oh damn it! But it was really cool, especially like I don't know. Trenton did really well the first time, but like to hear him do his new stuff on this episode is really cool.
Yeah,
like Tebow fucking killed it.
And then they even stopped. Like they give him the bear, and like Ian said this last night at Cicada. Seldomly, when he asks you to finish the bit, does it ever work?
Yes, I told him that earlier. Like
it actually happened on that episode earlier, right?
Yeah,
they let somebody finish,
and it didn't.
And it took too long.
Yeah.
And all of us were like, I don't even remember what he was talking about by the time the punch came. And so it literally happened earlier in that episode.
Yeah.
But kind of similar to what you did, where and even what's his name gave you a compliment on it.
Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, where it's like
I ran the.
To hear the meow
and keep going,
right? Yeah.
And then to not feel rushed, bro. And it's like
even crazier is you got the meow and then you finished a punchline, got a big laugh, and then you went into you didn't even necessarily need there was nothing to wrap up. Like you just did another tag, so you didn't even need to do the tag. Like you would have been fine without it. And who the fuck is calling me?
But the timing, really well, the timing was beautiful, and for you not to get rushed, and it's crazy because. You think about all the open mics that we do and all the time, and you're one of the guys that have, and we've talked about this before, where you'll see some guys in the scene that have their jokes, the stuff they're working on, and you'll just see them do it over and over and over again, right?
Yep.
And then you might see them do it at 100 open mics, and you're like, damn, bro, that's the same shit you've been doing, but then all that preparation leads up to why are you doing that same set. So everybody's different. Everybody's, strategy or path looks different.
Oh, yeah.
But like for you to be working on those jokes for as long as you have and to be as good as you are now at telling them and to stick with it and just be like, yo, this shit is funny. This is my material. And it's so good and polished now. It looks like you've spent a long time perfecting it and crafting it and making it better. So to see all of that culminate in last night, you know what I mean? Obviously it was 10 weeks ago when you did it, but to see it all culminate last night and like, yo, this is why this motherfucker's been grinding for 2.5 years. This is why he's been doing open mics in front of 4 people sometimes, telling some of the same jokes that those 4 people have heard. To see all of that pay off, man, it just feels so fucking good, bro. So many people are happy for you and happy for Taco and Trent. Yeah. You guys are so easy to fucking root for. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? And like everybody in the scene is genuinely happy for you guys. And for all 3 of you to be on the same fucking episode.
That was so cool, man.
And for us to have the to be able to watch it together last night, man, it's just special. We talk a lot about the DFW scene being special and Fort Worth being special, and we're trying to build something and we're trying to do something. And sometimes there's evidence and sometimes there's not a lot of evidence as far as what we're out here fucking doing. So it was a big win for not just you guys, but for all of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Really for Fort Worth, and yes, DFW extended.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I said it last night, and I was like, damn, it's crazy, man. I've been listening to Albert tell those jokes for 2 years, and he hasn't made me laugh once, dude. And I was fucking dying last night with everybody else, bro. That's awesome. It's so fucking cool, man.
It is cool that like what Chris was saying, like to polish it like that and keep doing shit but making sure it's perfect. Because I heard Attell one time say in an interview, like they were talking about him, saying they would hear him do a joke at a show and it would crush, and then he'd do the same thing later on that night at a different show or the next night and change the line.
Yeah.
You're like, why are you doing that? Like you already crushed. The joke is perfect. He's like, no, it's not. It's never fucking perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
It can always be better.
Yeah, like my shooting star joke, like that was one of my first jokes that I knew I was going to be able to keep. And then like now, Jarrett actually kind of helped me build on that joke. At least like somewhere to go with it other than just letting it be that joke by itself.
Yeah.
Because like now with the shooting star joke, I talk about like Spanish doomsday and like the whole Jews getting on trains without actually saying the joke. Yeah. I don't really know if I'm going to keep it, but it's been fun to play around to keep the joke like building on it.
I've always wanted to hear you do more about the doomsday stuff in your sets.
That's right. You said, what was it that you were telling me I should talk about?
Fuck, man, I don't remember.
You said I should talk about what they say in Spanish or something like that?
Yeah. Well,
like,
what I was gonna...
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck are they telling you in Spanish? Why is it only like a Spanish doomsday cult? Like, you can make something about that, too.
Yeah.
Like, what did he say? Tony said something on the episode about... It like
everything's turning to the Virgin Mary or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I didn't quite get his riff that he had. I saw like the attempt he was trying to make, but I didn't quite get what he landed on. Mm-hmm. But what I was gonna say is Tim Butterly asked you, and you talked about. He said like, what was like something that made you like open your eyes and realize? And you talked about a podcast, and I wanted to hear more about this. I wanted to hear in more detail about this a deconstruction of your faith.
Yeah, dude. I was actually looking forward to talking about that deeper, but it just didn't happen during the show.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for them to say what podcast.
Had so many different questions about it. Like he wanted to know like what made you stop, and then Tony was wanting to know like what is a sermon like, and then so it was like 5 different questions. So it's like you got to kind of answer each one a little bit rather than getting to delve into any of them.
Which are really good questions to ask yourself too. Like, you can ask yourself that while you're writing. Like, well, what did they say to me? What made me do that? And then that can lead to more material building on that. It could be like 5-minute bit you have on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to get more specific about, so you said podcast. What was this podcast? What was...
So crazy enough, we were coming back from San Antonio. Me and my mom were doing this thing that was part of the church. They have this organization that goes cleaning up rivers. So we were in San Antonio or something, and we were coming back, and I actually wanted to. I wanted to show her that you could use the podcast app. I wanted to show her that you could use the podcast app on Apple to like find sermons and stuff. So I put in our preacher's name, and there was a podcast. They were talking about him, but it was not in a good way. But it was one of the only ones because we're such a small, obscure church that like I didn't find what I was looking for, but I found a podcast with these like 2 Brits or something. Not talking about my preacher that like is a preacher in Spanish, but the preacher before him that was an English preacher in like Kentucky or some shit. He used to be like I don't know if it was Pentecostal, but it was very like doomsday church also, and is where we kind of got our message from. And in this podcast, they're talking about all the inconsistencies that this guy got wrong about being a prophet, and the prophecies that didn't come fulfilled. Because like in any religion or whatever that you believe, if you're gonna call yourself a prophet, you have to get everything right, obviously. And he got a bunch of shit wrong. And now that we have the internet, you could see it all. And I saw it myself. And like, it just immediately disproved everything this guy's ever said. And it's like, well, my church is based off of this guy.
Yeah.
So everything I've ever been told is a lie.
Have you ever heard that saying, like, the difference between a cult and religion? Have you ever heard that saying that the difference between a cult and religion is? It's like a religion is the guy that started is dead, and a cult, the guy that started is still alive.
Right.
What's the name of that Puerto Rican guy, that their pastor?
Oh, William Soto Santiago.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like a scammer, dude. Right away, I'm like, red.
He sounds like someone that shot a president or something, dude.
Well, like the thing is, like he was very highly regarded in our church, and he was an old man. I mean, by the time he started preaching, like he was one of those preachers that yelled the entire time. Like he sounded like a fucking like a German, you know.
Whoa.
So he's not convincing.
Yeah, like dude, but that was like every sermon too. Like that's what when I talked about in Kill Tony, there was nothing for little kids in those sermons.
Yeah.
It was intense all the time usually. Unless he was like being gentle, talking about, heaven or whatever. Most of it, the message is about the end of the world. So
like, bro, chill. Can we just get crayons and learn John 3:16, dude?
It was nuts. It's very intense.
Like your pastor was PC principal?
Yeah, that's why I've always been. I feel like that's why I've always been so anxious as a person, and it really shaped probably part of why I became a comedian, because I was in such a weird church.
So wait, were you listening to that podcast with your mom then, or was it like you just?
She
went
was
back
next
later?
to me. I had my headphones in.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe like you were listening in the car, like with her on the car ride.
But how weird is that to be next to my mom and like
that's low key diabolical, bro. You're like what? And you're like. You can't say nothing,
dude. Ever since I got out of high school, I've always been a conspiracy theorist. So I've always.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is like, were you already skeptical beforehand, and that was like the tipping point, or was it like at first you listened and you're like, okay, these guys know what they're talking about, and then it took a little bit of time for you to be like,
no,
or was it just immediately, oh shit,
bro.
It was like an immediately oh shit thing.
Oh wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because like I've always kind of questioned everything. I guess like when I got older and out of high school, like when it came to politics and like.
So it wasn't like you were questioning that specifically, but you were opening to questioning things in general. So it wasn't like that's why you weren't like the typical of like fuck no, this is what I believed from forever. I'm not gonna not believe in that.
It was just one of those things where there's no way I wasn't ever gonna eventually come around to this if I questioned everything. I was eventually gonna find a way out of it just by being naturally like perpetually curious. So clearly it wasn't until 23. That's pretty late, but I know
you
that
said, during your Kill Tony set is like you had a lot of pride and like. And especially, I assume that pride, it's almost like a stubbornness. Especially, I would assume once you see other like your cousins and stuff drop out, and I'm like, damn, they don't believe as hard. I believe so hard. I'm gonna double down. Yeah, I feel like
that's exactly
you get
what
stuck
it
in that
was.
loop, and that's why I was just surprised that there was no period of like, okay, they're bullshit. Just because that's what I would expect from kind of like that double down mentality.
Well, I think anyone that has a belief in any religion is going to have a blind spot for things that they're not going to go down a rabbit hole to criticize. But it's just like, I don't want to dig into this. I might be right. And I can't believe this anymore.
How religious were you? Like, how into it were you? Would you just like go with your parents, or would you do it on your off time and shit?
That's a very important question because...
You could do a whole series, man.
Dude, I was...
Bert talks about the cult.
Legitimately.
I was at a very serious point in it. Like, the last girl that I dated... It was very hard for her because when we first started dating, I was still kind of drinking, but I would party and still go to church. And during that time while I was dating her, I eventually just completely stopped drinking and just going to church, and brought her to church with me once, and it was very awkward. And I was at a very serious point. I told myself that I was either going to go all in this year and like completely quit watching basically every show, every band I'm into.
Oh, okay.
Can't listen to none of that music.
Like I'm going to devote myself completely into this.
Yep.
Damn, that's a pivotal moment. I mean,
and within those couple months, I found the podcast and I went down a rabbit hole, and the first people I told was my uncle and my church and my mom.
Yeah.
And it just got really awkward, and neither one of them, I sent them a ton of links for everything that I found. So this is why I have this opinion. This is where I got it from. You can look at it yourself. It did nothing, and just like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah.
But that's like talking to anybody about religion. It really didn't feel any different than anybody else. Like, that's Catholic, quit going to church, or whatever their religion is.
Yeah.
What was the religion of the church?
It's a non-denominational. I'm not sure what you would call it, other than that, just non-denominational. Yeah, but that's kind of a euphemism for a cult. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I like a lot of non-denominational churches, but from what I've done research on with cults, that's usually a sign that you're in a cult,
dude,
is that it's
If
non-denominational.
someone asks, like, what religion are you, and you go, I don't fucking know. That's a fucking cult, dude.
Yeah, it's like I'm a free agent, but I'm still kind of in the door at the same time.
So you were 23
Yeah, when I left.
when you left the church, and how many more years till you lost your virginity? was that right away? Or?
I'm just
23, right?
I'm just honored you think that I've lost it, you know?
You're like 3 weeks ago, dude.
How do you think I stay this young? I don't talk to women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's surprising that Albert had lost his virginity before leaving the church. It's also surprising that you've lost your virginity in general, because this dude over here fucking loves anime. This dude's nonstop obsessed with anime over here. But now he's crushing puss and loving anime.
Hell yeah, both of them. Best of both worlds, dude. I always loved Lizzie McGuire.
He's getting them femboys.
That's Hannah Montana, dude.
Would you say maybe being a weeb is like being in a cult too?
I'm not a fucking weeb, man.
I did want to ask Nick specifically, because you're in anime, and like, you know that there's this whole connection between anime and Mexicans, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Like, Mexicans really like anime, and like, I was wondering what you think it is, because I couldn't tell you, but I'm curious what you think it is.
What religion it would be?
No, but like,
I don't know. Yeah.
Why do Mexicans like anime so much?
Oh, why do Mexicans like anime so much?
Yeah.
It's all
because Mexicans are always trying to be more black, and black guys love anime.
That's not true.
And Mexicans also love saying the N-word.
Yeah, that is true. That is. First one wasn't true. Second one very true. Stop peeking for my people, dude. It all leads back to Dragon Ball Z, man.
You won me back in the second half.
Yeah.
It's all Goku.
It's interesting you talk about like not noticing red flags. You know what I mean? Like, it all kind of just hitting you at once. It would be like, oh shit, what am I involved in?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
But you hear about people coming out of cult-like situations where you're just like, how did they not notice? And like, what's crazy is a lot of the times the cult leader at a certain point will be like, hey, just so you know, God said I get to fuck all the women in the church. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bert, what's the sketchiest thing that guy said?
Just so you know. And
Well,
so anybody in my position gets to have sex with all the women. And at that point, nobody's like, dude, this is a red flag. They're just like, hey, bro, God told him. So
It's not a red flag, it's a sign, dude.
So the thing is, like, the guy that was supposed to be, my preacher was supposed to be like the forerunner before the second coming, right? So he is the last preacher before second coming, tribulation, the 2.5 years of suffering on the world before, what do you call it, the afterlife?
Yeah.
And
The apocalypse.
yeah, so I leave my church, and I don't remember if it was like within the next year, within the next couple years, he died.
Oh yeah. You told me.
And if he died, the second coming should have happened, and nothing happened. And whenever my mom first told me that this happened, I was like, "So what do you think? Like, isn't something supposed to happen now? He's dead."
Man, you know how crazy it would have been to like leave the cult and then like a year later the prophecy is fulfilled.
We're just all watching everybody get raptured.
Fuck, I shouldn't have left.
It's like Jim Jones dying after you already drank the Kool-Aid. Like, wait, fuck! Like, we don't have to do this.
No, what I'm saying is that you leave the cult and then like he dies and then the end of the world happens. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, you just
if I would have been patient, I would have seen it was all true.
like 23 years I spent a year later.
And I just wasted it all.
Damn it.
That would be funny if you were just at like a family function and like this is the end. You just see your whole family gets beamed
Oh
up.
my god! I'm stuck there by myself.
Yeah, no, you'd be stuck here with us because we're heathens too, dude.
Yeah, man. I guess if you wouldn't have found the podcast, I would assume that would have probably been like the eye-opening moment. Your guy dying and then just not anything
that's
happening.
true.
So if there wasn't one thing, it would have been the other. But luckily, it was earlier, sooner rather than later.
That would have bugged me.
Do you still read your Bible?
No, I'm actually still like I lean towards Christian beliefs.
Bert's an anarchist, dude.
Yeah, I'm like a Christian anarchist.
You have a
Basically.
fucking book about anarchy.
Yeah.
Only
sounds
an
pretty
anarchist
tough.
could have that, dude. Nobody that's just curious has that shit.
Yeah, fun fact, Taco actually has my book right now.
Yeah.
You think he's read it? Probably not.
Fuck no, dude.
But that's all right. He's got it, though.
He hasn't had much reading time since he's been out of prison. So.
This is true. I still lean towards like believing in God. I don't think I've ever really been atheist since I left my church. it just felt like I don't have any pressure on me anymore to feel like if I'm a good or bad person.
Yeah.
Because before I left, it was a lot of pressure on me. Like, I felt really bad about even just listening to rap music, smoking weed. Like, that stuff made me feel really bad. It's like, I don't deserve to feel like this. It's a weird feeling to leave your church and have that lifted off of you.
Yeah, so doing drugs used to make you feel bad, and then now it doesn't make you feel bad, dude. That's growth. That's awesome. Not everybody can get to that point, you know? That's
Are you religious?
I wouldn't say that I'm religious.
You're a free agent?
I wouldn't say that either. Non-denominational. Some people get offended when you say that. No, when you say that
Chris
that's
is in a cult.
I see what you're putting down.
Shit, not you too.
I'll say this. The Bible talks about that there's enough evidence that you can see with your eyes by looking around that obviously there's a God, right? Like just the idea that you wouldn't walk up here and be like, yo, this shit just assembled itself all by itself in this podcast and it all started from nothing. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
but
like Big
this
Bang
being
Theory.
created and somebody putting it together and there being some sort of intelligent design, that makes sense just from like a common sense standpoint. So, I believe in God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Jarrett? Are you religious?
I'm like, I'm
somewhat
like,
agnostic.
I'm like, I don't know. And I think
the irony in the way he looks to not believe in God.
My personal thought is if God is all holy and mighty and he loves us all, his creations, he wouldn't just be like, fuck, you were an amazing person and you did everything right. You donated to charity. You helped hundreds of people, but you didn't take a bath in the way I wanted you to and devote your life to me in the way I wanted you to. So all your good deeds don't matter. You're going to hell. I think it's just strange.
Bert, would you like to explain the gospel to him? No, because that's the beauty of it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We're all guilty.
I kind of felt something like that too when my dad died, because I was in a bad place, like with these drugs and shit, and like going to jail, and then that happened, and I was real religious at the time, and I went back to my church that I grew up in. I grew up in this like Christian academy. I went to school there till like 9th grade. And I went back after I had gotten out of jail and shit, and they told me I was like too fucked up of a person to be seen around them. So like, we don't want you here. And that kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, I thought you guys were supposed to help everybody.
Yeah, those people don't help.
So that really fucked with my mind. I was like, well, fuck this. I don't believe in anything. Then it's all fake. You guys are preaching this shit. You don't practice yourselves.
This is an analogy that I've used in the past. I think it would just be weird to like create all of life and then be like, okay, now y'all's purpose is to worship me all the time.
Yeah.
It would be very egotistical. That'd be like starting a game of Sims, and like instead of the people going through their lives and like making sandwiches and fucking getting
like
Sims,
free roaming.
It's like you made a Sims character, and then the whole time I just stared up at the camera and was like, "You're the best."
Are you saying God is Kanye West?
You're the best. Like that was just like the whole purpose of fucking playing Sims was just to have a little being say you're the best. I don't know. It just feels weird to me, so that's why I don't think too deep on it.
So you're saying God is Kanye West?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask Chris something because I had an interaction with my daughter today, and it made me realize how much she's like me. My fiance says that my daughter's deaf like me, because I can never hear anything she says. I always have to make her repeat herself. And so today, my fiance's working, so I'm giving my daughter lunch. I'm taking care of her all day, and I give her lunch, and she asks for a croissant, or she says croissant. She tries to
Croissant.
Yeah, she tries to say it as French as possible. She says croissant. She was asking me for one during the middle of her lunch, and I was like, no, finish your lunch, because I know if I give you a croissant, you're not going to eat anything else that you have left on your plate. You can have a croissant if you're still hungry. And then she says something. She goes, I'm like, what? She goes, and I say, what? And I get really close to her, and I'm like, what? And she goes, what'd you say? So the conversation was, eat your food first, and you have a croissant. What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? So I was going to ask Chris.
Is there a question in here
Do
somewhere?
you notice that with you, like, do you notice any characteristics in yourself or in your kids that reflect back on you? Like afterwards, you're like, fuck, that's me. Immediately, because you've been a dad longer than I have, and so I feel like you have more information.
Yeah, both my kids hate themselves, dude. You can see it on their face every day, bro, and I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't know if that's a you personality trait or the fact your kids are also ginger.
You taught them well.
My son is ginger. It's a lot cooler to be a ginger now than it was when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I came up in the 80s and the 90s, bro.
That was the worst time for gingers.
Now you can say it, dude.
No.
That was like World War go-to for
That
gingers.
was very hard growing up as a ginger. It's like being black today.
Yeah.
Right? It's about the same.
It's cool as shit.
Yeah, it's literally
rough.
exactly the same.
It was rough, dude, in the 80s and 90s, man.
Chris just raises
redhead.
kids like, "Good morning, honey. You're not a good
Is
person."
anybody,
Okay.
anybody else getting pissed off that Chris was like, "Oh, it used to be so hard to be a white guy, dude."
Yeah. It was rough, man. It's always been rough. It's
like
always
a-
been rough, man. I've never been, part of the inner circle.
And you never
Oh
will
my
be.
I've
goodness.
never,
Okay.
With
Yeah, I
that
guess we should
fucking
get to
attitude,
this.
dude,
I've never been
getting
part
it,
of the
dude.
inner circle,
Hey, you're part of the inner semicircle right now. That's what this whole thing is.
Yeah.
We're in a semicircle. I guess this could be the inner circle. This is the circle. This is the inner circle right here.
shaped
Yeah.
couch because it's Pride Month.
Yeah. Rainbow couch.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, how does it feel, Chris? You're as close to the quote-unquote inner circle conspiracy that Chris has.
Well, no, this is great because I actually have an announcement, and I get to tell the world
Okay.
here now that I've started a new project,
Okay.
Nice.
a new venture, if you will, a new journey. And
Living Froggies Productions.
I do have some local comedians that are in on it with me,
Okay.
that are part of the project. And Brendan McCamey is really the other person that's kind of the brains and the heart behind it.
Yeah.
And we have started a group, a club, if you will,
Oh.
a revolution, if you will, OCG,
OCG.
which stands for Outer Circle Guys.
Oh my God.
You're so stupid.
No, we have merch. It says we are the Outer Circle Guys, and then our motto, which is on the sticker, says we don't want to be in the inner circle anyways.
You guys are in all the group. You're in all the group chats, and you get invited to every fucking thing.
No,
what are you talking about?
we did not want to be part of the, like, you guys know how it is, right? Like when you have like a large group of people, right? Let's say within like a certain scene,
Yeah,
if you
okay.
will. And within that large group of people, there's going to be a smaller group of people,
Uh-huh.
and then maybe even a smaller group, which some may refer to as an inner circle.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You
Yep.
guys following along, right?
Yes.
When you get to that small inner circle, it's usually a bunch of assholes that are in that small inner circle, and usually that super tight inner circle that won't let everybody in that part of the group usually feels like they're better than everybody else.
Oh, shoot.
No, and they
Oh,
usually
yeah.
they think that they're funny, and they gatekeep the inner circle because they don't want people that are not as funny as
You were
them.
there last
Man,
night
we're
with
not
all of us.
a
What
common-
the
This
fuck
clip's
are you
going to be
talking
super
about?
hilarious
You know?
when we send it in the inner circle group chat.
Well, I'm just talking in general terms
Yes,
here,
yes,
fellas.
yes, yes, yes,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes.
I think
Sure.
we all have a little OCG in us.
Not us,
Am
we're
I
inner
right?
circle,
a little
yeah.
outer circle guy.
Yeah,
and-
just generally
I
speaking,
wouldn't
that's not
say that, but if
specific or
you're
nothing.
if you're
honestly,
making an
I'm feeling
announcement,
left out of the outer circle group. If I'm saying, I'm saying the outer circle is kind of gatekeeping this outer circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would
what the
think that
fuck?
the outer circle would just automatically include us since we are the inner circle.
Yeah, we should be a part of the outer circle.
There
Wait,
can't
wait,
be
wait,
an outer
wait,
circle
wait.
without an inner circle. Dude. It's just a circle.
I wasn't talking about you guys, but are you guys saying that you
Okay.
guys? No.
Okay.
Are you guys
Okay.
saying that you have an
So,
inner circle?
that's the implication
that I'm not a
for
part
sure.
of.
This man
I wasn't
here-
even talking about you
this,
guys.
this man here has had a running bit because he's so insecure about his standing in the friend group that there is some sort of inner circle and there's some sort of separate group chat and there's some sort of separate friend group. There's nothing. And Chris group is the Chris group. Chris
group. Yeah, we need to call it the Chris
there's
group
actually
now.
there's a Chris group. It's like a group of us that just talk about Chris all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was a
that happens.
conspiracy theorist. This
Yeah.
motherfucker is loyal to the foil.
Have you ever been part of the inner circle and the bar closes at 2 and everybody is there and you guys all dap each other up and everybody's like, all right, we're leaving. And then the next day you see everybody hanging out at a guy's apartment that literally lives around the fucking corner. And it's literally everybody I was just hanging out with.
Wait.
Except
If this
for
is
me.
the time I'm thinking of, that invitation was sent in the group chat.
It's always been you're in our group chat where we make the fucking plans.
And they're doing a podcast.
Chris is the type of
podcast
guy.
I've never been invited on.
Okay.
I do
Oh,
have a
you've been
list.
invited.
No, I have a list of people that have been on the podcast. Hold on. Let's
Oh
go
my
through the
goodness.
list of people
Chris
that have been
is
on the
type of guy
podcast.
to be on a flyer for a show and then ask if he's on the show, ask what time the show is at, ask where the show is at. You've been in the group chat.
Chris, motherfucker, we put you on the Shark Takeover we did, and you didn't fucking show up to the show.
You see what I
that
mean?
was
You
it too.
see what I have to deal with, dude? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a lot of hate and a lot of slander.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what this is for sure.
Man.
Yeah, give it up for the top 10 of insecurities, everybody.
Top 10 insecure Chris
Hey,
Taylor,
much like Oliver Tree, I am a unique, sensitive individual. Okay, you know, and I like unique people that are different, that stand out. You know, guys that aren't part of the inner circle. You know, so if the outer circle guys have to unite. Huh? You know what? I see it. There's people that feel the OCG energy here right now.
So there wasn't an outer circle before, but once you create an there wasn't an inner circle before, but once you create an outer circle and then pull people to be in the outer circle, anyone that has not been invited to that outer circle group is now part of the inner circle because they've been left behind by
Guys.
So really you're creating an outer circle, so then by default it creates an inner circle, and then y'all have created a group to hate on. That's
Guys, do you know
what's
what-
happening.
Very
Do you know what
clever,
propaganda and misinformation sounds like? Do you? Because nobody understands a word that he just said. You know what I mean? But I know I do appreciate you guys having me on the
So
on
what
the
I'm
podcast.
saying is God has sent me
And,
here with a message for you guys.
I get to fuck all your bitches.
I get to have sex with everyone that's 7 and above because 7s go to heaven.
Wow. Nobody even mentioned that earlier. That's crazy, dude.
You can
That
have
is kind of
one,
funny
Chris.
though. Be a cult leader and be like, I get to have sex with all your women, no uggos.
Leave it to Jarrett to drop in a pedophile joke right after we talked about God.
I don't think you understood when I said 7s and above. I was talking about on
I don't know,
hotness
dude. It
scale.
sounded
It's
fucking
kind of
crazy.
weird that Chris went immediately
Look,
to age.
Jarrett, we're running a production company, and you're kind of running us into the ground with shit like that.
Well, no, that's what happens. That's how you get really famous in a production company.
Jarrett,
is you
what's
produce-
going on with you, man? I get sober, and then you start getting hammered.
Oh
and
my
you get
fucking
high
god!
as
Nick
shit. Now
Cano
you're
over
talking
here
about
starting
sleeping
a
with
bit
kids. What the
that
fuck
I'm a
is going
drunk.
on? Dude?
Actually, Albert was there for this shit too.
You were hammered.
No, I had half of a can
I
of
don't even
a
know how you
fucking
made it
mango
home.
thing.
How did you make it? Did you beat Maddie?
Yeah, I beat her into submission. That's why she hasn't said
Dude,
anything.
we need to get
She's
you
been very
help,
quiet
man.
on the story lately.
It's not fucking funny,
yeah.
dude.
Yep.
This is a sickness.
You think everybody's doing a bit?
Yeah,
And
maybe
everybody's trying to help you, bro.
maybe everyone should have called me out. Jared, stop
We
having
gotta
an
call you out on your
circle.
bullshit. We're
5 high
friends.
noons deep, dude. Absolutely wild.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. 5 high noons. This guy had a couple lines of meth. It was, dude. Jarrett was. He said a bunch of slurs, dude. It
Yep.
was fucking crazy.
I'd
I
said
was like,
zippity
Jarrett,
doo
calm
dah
down.
and slam a ding dong.
I was like, Jarrett, you have to calm down, dude. We're doing an interview with Dallas Voyage
Well,
magazine.
the problem is that I refuse because what my hope is see, building Dead Froggy wasn't to build everyone up. It was to get you guys close enough to me that whenever I bring myself down, I bring you guys down with
You
me.
son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I
because
knew
now
it
you
was
can't
a thing.
unattach yourself from
I
me.
knew this was a fucking
And
thing.
so what I'm going to do is once I get on a big stage, I'm going to say this is an official statement from Dead Froggy Productions and everyone involved and anyone that's ever been on a show with Dead Froggy Productions. They personally told me to say this out loud, and then I just go off from
Cut
that
to
point.
Jarrett just killing all of us in our sleep. He's like, that's a dead froggy. Damn, dude. This is
I've
a
actually
ploy.
marked it. This has been like a witch's ritual. It's a hag ritual.
Nobody's going to get this because you guys aren't weebs like me, but we're all being branded. Nice, dude.
Yeah, so like he said, OCG, outer circle guys. We don't want to be in the inner circle anyways. We have some shows coming up, some OCG shows, some more merch coming out. And
Hell yeah.
the only prerequisite, the only thing you have to do to be part of the outer circle guys is you can't be part of the inner circle. That's really the only requirements, dude.
Jarrett, I can join this shit.
Okay, no, there's no inner circle. This is
No,
you're falling into the fucking trap.
There is no inner circle. I thought there was no inner circle, fellas.
You've created an inner circle by creating an outer circle.
Damn, dude, you might be Bird's fucking Puerto Rican cult leader.
Reverse
Getting in my head.
inception, dude. It's all happening.
Reverseception.
Can I create the outline of the circle group? Is that
I love how the person calling out misinformation is literally stoking division right now, like a true propagandist.
Yeah, really.
Hey, I do have another thing. World Cup. Are you guys watching the World Cup?
Nope.
Sometimes
Anybody watching the World
in
Cup?
a way, kind of, because it's back there
right now. I
am
will be in Sundance Square later this week and next week doing man on the street interviews.
Oh, hell yeah.
And if anybody wants to join me and try to do content when they're packing out the World Cup shit and just fucking talk to as many people as we can, have some fun. We'll definitely get some good clips out of it. I asked Jake Roper, I said, what's a good question to ask people? And he said, just ask them, what's your least favorite country? And fucking just let them go. And I was like, that's a pretty good one. But there's a bunch of viral shit going of people getting interviewed that are from other countries. How much did it cost to get here?
Yeah.
How long are you guys here for? Fucking tell us your whole story. And just some wild, fun clips.
Well, speaking of going viral, you've been using these trial reels on Instagram, and I've been seeing you getting some high numbers on some of these fucking...
Great segue. I did discover trial reels.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with trial reels on Instagram. It's literally the path forward if you want to get any type of momentum going on Instagram.
I've been seeing the past. You have a good chunk of the.
So I have a video that I put out like 4 days ago that did 2.6 million views, bro.
Yeah,
it went crazy. I got like 500 followers just from that video, and it was just a clip of a special needs basketball game.
Yeah, hilarious.
And you couldn't tell at first, like, you know, when you watch a clip of a basketball game, you automatically, it's like kind of looks like high school game or something.
I wish these guys had special needs.
And you're going to see something inspirational, some Down syndrome kid maybe where everybody lets him shoot, or you're just going to see somebody make like a buzzer beater. So your mind is like what to expect. And this girl takes a dribble and picks up the ball with one hand and starts running. Like and her arm is like stuck out like this. People in the comments are calling her Derrick Henry. I don't know, he's a running back. Derrick Henry out here. And she takes like 5 steps.
Yeah, he's in the crowd.
Dribbles again, picks the ball up and keeps running, and then gets a layup, and everybody's going crazy, and she falls on the ground. And it's like a feel-good story, right?
They didn't give her like a traveling
and
violation? The fuck?
He just stole my punchline, dude. I've been fucking setting this story up for 3 minutes, dude.
Cut some of the fat.
2.6 viral reel on
2.6
Instagram.
million views of the second time she picked up the ball and took a couple steps. You know, a stitch or a sequence, it goes to me, and I'm just like, yo, are the refs retarded too?
Yeah.
And that's it. So just do that, and people will watch the videos.
Man, this is a new segment. Describe a reel.
But I've seen other people do those.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to. Like, oh, you see something funny, and then you come in and say something funny about that video.
Christopher Lee does that a lot as of lately. I've been noticing him.
Yeah, Demo's been doing a bunch of them, and I see other people do them. And there's times
I'll see him do that too.
I've seen them, and I've been like, damn, I think if they would have done the first 3 seconds this way, like it would have been different. Like, I should really try those out, and I should really do those. And then with trial reels, the thing about trial reels is if you click the trial reel button, it's the same thing as any reel you post. And you just click trial reel, it only shows that video to non-followers.
Yep.
And if a couple of people like it, it pushes it out to more people.
Right.
And if a bunch of people like it, all of a sudden now you got, I have a video I did yesterday, and I'm like, it didn't perform that well. It only got 60 likes and only got 4,000 views. That's better than anything I post to my normal followers. And that's because all of my followers are other comics. Yeah. Right? So like when I'm posting stuff and the algorithm is only showing it to that group of people, it's going to be difficult for people to see a lot of my content. But what's cool is if you do a trial reel and it does well, you can just go back into the video and say share to everybody, and it'll put it in your main grid and leave it there. And if you post 5 videos a day and they're all shit, fucking delete all 5 of them and do it again. None of your followers see. So we all think you're a loser, but we're not going to see your loser shit that you're posting. You know what I mean?
You kind of make me want to go back and try it, because I was still sitting on, Jarrett made like 4 clips for me from the KT thing, and I only put out like 1 of them.
I was already considering doing that, and so I might go, now that we have yours, Tebow's, and Tacos, just have those all set as trials and just fucking...
Yeah, like
Spit 'em all out.
yours was too long for a video. Like
Yeah, the one I posted personally was like a 7-minute thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
post
you
the
would
whole thing.
you just get way more views if you at least keep your minutes separate and then post the other shit afterwards.
It's been stagnant like at 30K or something.
I'm a
pretty
big
decent though
fan.
for how long it was.
Yeah,
I'm a
so-
big fan of trial reels. I've only been doing it a week, but I had one video do like 200K views, and I got a bunch of followers from that too. And that one was some teenager saying, "Hey, I think parents should, I think we should normalize parents naming their kids, after something they love."
Oh yeah.
And then
yeah.
I popped in. I was like, "Hey, my name's Chris. These are my kids, chicks with dicks and meth." Get it? Because it hit harder in the video. Okay, people got what I was trying to say. Like, those are two things I love:
Hell
chicks
yeah.
with dicks
Dude,
and meth.
What do you want to go viral in here too?
it's cool to see like you get shit from it, and you already got something. What do you got coming up from the KT thing, dude?
Oh, actually, yeah, I do have my first headlining show at Hyenas on July 10th.
Hey, headlining, looking at
Bird and the Boys coming
Bird and the
July
Boys.
18th.
July 10th.
July
July
10th,
10th.
excuse
Yeah,
me.
it'll be a Friday 8:30
July
show.
18th though is
Oh,
Albert's
yeah,
new show that we're
that's
putting
right.
on Texas
My
Texas
major
Host
order
them, yeah.
show is July
Check
18th
out
as
Dead-
well at Crabs and Laugh.
Dead Froggy's new show. dude.
No, July 18th is Texas Hostum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm saying it wrong. Not made to
Yeah.
order. Yeah, Texas Awesome.
Yeah, Texas Hostum new show. It's gonna be at Crabs and Laughs.
Yeah, I'm excited to bring a new concept to the table. Hopefully, you get to try to other places too.
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
rad,
gonna be a lot of
yeah.
fun. You know what? Let's get into just plugs, and then we'll get into the end of the show. You got any reels you want to describe real quick that you've made recently?
So at the beginning, there's a retarded person.
Sorry.
What have you got, Nick?
I have played. Do we have plug music? Yeah. Play
And no,
the-
look, she's dribbling the basketball, right?
Yeah. Hey, Chris, do you have any shows coming up while Nick's looking at his shit?
No, I don't
No?
have anything coming up right now. No, actually, I'm on Trent's show at Big Laugh on Thursday.
Oh yeah, this upcoming this episode will be out after that comes out.
Yeah, but I'll be there. I will be out in Sundance Square Thursday doing probably my first man on the street. I might actually go for the England match tomorrow. And just go out there and talk to people. I bought myself a fan, so when the menopause kicks in out there in the heat.
Content.
Yeah, so just want to go talk to people and really make a big push to start putting out just as many videos as I can put out and just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And as much as I love having you guys as followers, I need to grow my audience. I'm too old to fucking put 15 years in
Shout out
doing
the socials
stand-up.
so then they can come check it out.
At Comedy Chris Taylor. I'm only on Instagram, and
You're not on TikTok?
I'm not on any other platform.
You gotta get on TikTok, man.
Yeah, and then
Well,
look
follow
for
Chris Taylor. By the time
OCG Outer Circle guys.
Yeah, by the time this episode comes out, maybe some of that on the street stuff will come out. Well, I guess you're doing by that, and then maybe more OCG shit will come out.
Oh yeah.
And you can join the outer circle to the non-existent inner circle. It's going to collapse. The outer circle is going to collapse so hard because there's no inner circle to support the cause. Nick, what do you got coming up?
I'll be on RJ Prince's special show. He's filming a special at the Arlington Improv on the 28th of July. Or 28th of this month, excuse me. I'll be hosting for Lee Syed at Big Laugh the 17th and the 18th of July.
Hey, that's awesome.
And then I'll be featuring for Casey Rocket at Hyenas Dallas in November. So that's going to be fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
crazy,
And then
man.
check out all the Dead Froggy dates we have listed till
Yeah,
January.
that's all I got to plug because no one else is booking me on stuff besides me.
That was awesome how Nick was like, let me tell you about all these cool shows. And there's some
plugs.
Dead Froggy shit going on too.
We're doing plugs, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Every Tuesday, come here to Distribution Bar. We do this, and then we do the punch-up mic directly afterwards. Every Thursday, we've got something at Big Loud Comedy Club. We're doing every other week we do a showcase, and the weeks we don't do a showcase, we do a new game show, Froggy Feud. Albert was on the last. Albert's actually the first winner of Froggy Feud. How's that frog lawn ornament?
It's in my room.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it feels like it's too good to put in the front yard. It got
Hell
to be
yeah.
in my room.
Hell yeah.
It was a lot of fun to win. I definitely was trying to win.
was a hectic game.
It was a fun game. So
was a lot
come
of fun.
to Big Loud Comedy Club on Thursdays, and then we got a bunch of other shut. We got a lot of other stuff that we've announced. Check out Dead Froggy Productions on Instagram. We're announcing dates pretty much every week.
When you come on Thursdays, make sure to watch comedy and not do fucking karaoke.
Yeah, don't go
please.
downstairs.
We're not big karaoke clubs, so
Come
disregard the karaoke he had.
Come comedy it up. Albert, what do you got that's outside of Dead
you know
Froggy
what? I'm
stuff?
calling for it. I'm not going to admit to this, but we're boycotting the karaoke. I tried to get everybody to do it last week, and some people still were like, come on, bro, let me just do a song real quick.
It's fucking stupid and a waste of everybody's time, so don't support it, please.
Oh, God.
Bert, you have plugs?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. This won't be out this week or nothing, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, yeah. 2 weeks. That's the same shows. You know, July 10th is going to be my first headlining show.
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely
excited
that
for.
one.
Excited for all the people I'm getting to put on that show, 8:30 show in the Red Room at Hyenas, and yeah, July 18th, my first actual concept show at Crabs and Laugh at 8 p.m.
10
p.m.
10
okay.
p.m.
Hell yeah.
Don't you on the spotlight with Atharva too, right?
Yeah, I don't think this episode will be out by then. If so, that show is the 27th. It's actually going to be possibly at Mic Drop Plano.
Nice.
Oh, hell
on
yeah.
the 27th, yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, sweet. Well, we like to outro the show with a funny or an interesting way of doing a skit type outro thingy. Today, we want you guys to be the devil and the angel on my shoulder. So I am going to deliver the outro final words. Chris, you're going to be my devil on my shoulder, telling me how much I suck, how much what I'm saying sucks, how much what I'm doing sucks. And Nick, you're going to try to balance it out by being very positive about my outro. Okay, sweet. Start the music, Albert. This has been a Tuesday evening at Distribution Bar.
Jesus loves you, Jarrett.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not.
It's been a Tuesday evening at Distribution Bar. Our podcast, Toadally Croakin.
Very good boy.
Nobody thought this was funny.
I mean, some people thought it was funny.
People are sitting there thinking to themselves,
You're so cool, dude.
why does he keep doing this
I've
show?
been your host, Jarrett Florea.
Why would he keep doing Dead
This has
Froggy?
been my co-host, Albert Moreno, back here.
Thank you so much. God loves you.
This has been my angel,
People don't like
Nick
Dead
Cano.
Froggy.
You look just like him.
This has been my devil, Chris Taylor.
People think Dead Froggy sucks.
That's not true, dude.
Come back next Tuesday and every other
People
Tuesday.
don't understand the
6:30
concept.
p.m. We do the podcast 7:30 p.m. We do the punch up open mic. We love you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
It's cool. You're so blessed.
That's a Dead Froggy.